I am not happy about what's going on in the country, or the world for that matter, but really the country. I live in the United States. I live in Arizona. It's January 26th or 28th. I can't really read that date. I think it's 26th though. Monday. So whichever of those two is a Monday. Okay. Hey, I was fucking like mentally wrecked on Saturday. I wish I didn't open my text. I wish I didn't open the link in the text. I wish I didn't watch the video that I saw. I wish I didn't look into it further. I wish I didn't watch the other angles. There's like 6 angles. 7. There's 7 angles. And it's amazing. I mean, in a bad way. Negatively amazing. So what actually happened was there was a guy that was standing out in the middle of the street looking at what was going on. Unfortunately for him, one of the ICE people, they're not fucking police, one of the ICE people came over, was talking to him. The whole time, the dude was calm as fuck. I don't know if he was saying horrible shit, but his demeanor was calm as fuck. And then the ICE person went over to these 2 women that were on the side and started fucking pushing one of them around. So the guy that was just talking to him in the street put himself between them, and his right hand was his phone, and his left hand was up in the air. But he was trying to help that lady. Because there's no reason why you should run up and start pushing someone around, try and throw them to the ground, when they weren't fucking doing anything. So then when he got in between them, then that ICE agent grabbed him, and then 2 more came over, then 3 more came over, making a total of 6. They had him on the ground. One of the agents was pistol whipping him. Before they took him to the ground, they had sprayed a bunch of tear gas or whatever it was. It wasn't the nerve agent. I can't remember the name of it. I believe it starts with an A. That doesn't work anymore. Remembering what letter it starts with, I think, is broken in my brain. One of many things that doesn't work anymore. So the guy was talking to him to recap. Then the guy went over to fuck with that chick, and he stepped in between him with his hand up and his phone in his other hand. Then he ended up on the ground with 6 dudes on him, fucking... One of them was pistol whipping. It looked like they were kicking or hitting him too. This guy in a gray coat comes over, pulls his pistol out of... the guy that was getting beat up had a licensed pistol on him. It was holstered the whole time. At no point in the video does he ever reach for his back. Not while he was on the ground, not while he was standing up. At no time did he reach for his back. And you can see, there's so many angles of this, you can see he never reached for his back, plain as day. I mean, he might have tried, when he was held down, but to put it this way, neither of his arms ever, like past his side, they sure never went towards his back. So the guy in the gray coat pulls the gun off him, and the second he does that, one of the fucking ICE faggots behind him steps back, pulls his gun, puts his arm out to try and help his buddies get out of the way. 1 shot, boom, boom, 2 more shots, that's 3. Everybody kind of backs up. While they're backing up, another guy, he's already been shot fucking 3 times, or 4 times. Was it 4? I think it was 1 shot and then 3 shots. And then while they're backing up, a different ICE agent pulls out his gun, and pop, 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 pop. Like, seriously, sticks 5 more bullets in him. And then they all back up across the street, and one of the guys starts fucking clapping. ICE agents. This was Saturday. I saw the video Saturday. I can't remember if it was Friday or Saturday when it happened. Does it matter? It doesn't fucking matter which day it was. Unreal. And I'm seeing a lot more fucking people that haven't really said much about it, fucking, man, losing their shit. And then Trump and them, what they're saying is this guy was a fucking terrorist and he was waving his fucking 9mm at him, had 2 magazines on him, which, I mean, duh. If you're carrying, you're gonna fucking have 2 magazines on you. I've got 2 magazines in my car right now. They said he was waving his gun at the cops. Unfortunately for them, there's many fucking video angles of it, 2 of which start like a full minute before anything happens. Because everybody came, like, people were coming outside of the fucking businesses around there like, what the fuck is going on? Because ICE was doing shit a little bit down the street. And that's how, then they fucking came down the street and escalated with these people coming out with their phones. If they weren't doing what they're doing, people wouldn't fucking be compelled to record them. Fucking duh. That's why these people don't understand why all these people are so mad at ICE. They haven't been all these years. Now they are. It's like, well, now they're doing shit completely fucking different in 2025 and 2026. They weren't wearing masks before. They weren't fucking rolling up in vehicles that aren't marked and jumping out of the vehicles in armor that's not marked, and grabbing people and throwing them in the vehicles that aren't marked and speeding away. They were doing that for months and months. So yeah, people are on edge. Yeah, people are pissed. And that was before all this shit. Now they're starting to kill people. Like, I mean, like, just straight up. The one today was an execution. That was a straight... The dude that shot him was behind him. And he was fully restrained. There was a dude on each arm. At least one dude was holding his legs. He was on the ground, getting the fuck beat out of him. As it was, that was already way the fuck too far. They burned down part of a city in LA for doing that to Rodney King. And then on top of that, they fucking put 9 bullets in it. And then the administration straight up lied about it. Straight up fucking lied about it. They lied about Good too. That kind of Down syndrome looking lady. Yeah, they were her and her wife were out there talking a lot of shit. There's a video that goes for multiple minutes before she gets in her car and starts to leave. Yeah, they were telling her to leave the whole fucking time. And then when she finally went to leave, that one dude jumped in front of her and shot her. They knew what the fuck they were doing. That's probably why that dumb fuck got dragged last year. Or however many years ago it was. He probably did the same shit to that person and they didn't fuck around. They hit him. And then that was Saturday, and then on Sunday, about 5:30, I get a knock on my door and I grab my fucking gun because I'm not gonna fucking get beat and shot. Like, I'll get shot, but it's not gonna be because I was standing there being nice. Fucking don't come to my fucking house. I have a fucking legal, no fucking reason to come to my fucking house. I'm absolutely not gonna go out there and find people. I'm not saying that shit. I'm not going to go attack anybody. 100% not going to do that. But I'm legal and there's no fucking reason to come to my house. That's all that I'm fucking saying. But it wasn't any kind of pretend law enforcement or actual cops or anything. It was one guy that I knew and a couple guys that I kind of knew via like group texts. They were from Tucson and Sierra Vista. They were going to meet up with my really good buddy who lives in Sierra Vista, and he's going to you were getting off the whole time and you chose to just do that behind me. Like, man, they're going to join up with all the guys up in St. Paul. It's not Minnesota, but it's St. Paul. They say it's Twin Cities because the guy owns like the majority of not the majority. You know, they own a lot of a 2-block area, and they're posting up in all those houses up there. And it's kind of a hilly area, so a lot of the houses have really good views of the other houses, if you get my drift. And they've actually been in the military. They're between them all. I know there's one Ranger, there's one Marine, there's a few Army, and I think the Marine was in the Army before. I didn't know that you could switch branches, but I guess it makes sense. I probably did know that, I just forgot. Because there's a lot of guys that ended up going from, I know people that went from Army to SEALs, which is hilarious because I love how the Navy guys say, we weren't really doing anything in those boats except for being the Marines' Ubers and the SEALs. That's funny. We existed to drive them around. Because I guess, never mind, that's changing the subject. I do love the piece of information, though. I guess, like, they'd helicopter in, and then their whole their mission would change, like whatever training they were doing. Then they'd have to deliver these guys. So they just show up and be like, "Yo, let's go." I find that amusing. But that was a straight up execution yesterday. That was nuts, dude. And it turns out the reason he was, I'm sure this has something to do with it, but I'm sure he's got a lot of practice remaining calm with dumb fucks because he's a intensive care nurse, and I'm sure he's dealt with a lot of people freaking out a lot of times. So no wonder he was so calm with those crazy retards. Yeah, but when they wanted me to go with them to St. Paul Sunday, because they're fucking done too, and they know how I am. They know I'm fucking done. But I feel like if I was solo, if I didn't have a wife and daughter to take care of, I would already be in the car with them wherever the fuck they are now. Probably somewhere in the middle of the country going northeast. I would have grabbed my batteries, my phone, some clothes, and some food, and I'd have been fucking gone. Probably would have grabbed more than that and took my car and followed them. Because they're driving. I think they're crazy. I think it's like a 48-hour drive from here to fucking St. Paul. But I know what they have on them too. I don't think you can check on half of that shit to a plane. So yeah. Well, yeah, I would have took my car because I would have took every single gun I have with me. And all the fucking ammunition I have. And I'd like to know what happened with the militia that I was fucking my buddies in. I'd love to know if any of you fuckers watch this that I talked to in there, especially Adam, could you fucking, if you're still alive, I guess, and not locked up somewhere, let me know. I don't think he even knows I record these. I don't really tell anybody because it's kind of embarrassing. It's a little embarrassing. God damn it. Hey, Eric, what did you say you were going to stop doing? Driving in this fucking lane? Yeah. Why is that? This exact reason. No shit. Meanwhile, I watch cars go by me and then disappear over the horizon in front of me while I'm still sitting in this lane. It's a little late now. I should have done it way back there. The second I got on the 60, I should have instantly got over in that fucking left lane. I can't say instantaneously because that would have been incorrect there, because I wouldn't blink into that lane. A lot of these motherfuckers that want to sound smart stopped using instantly and only ever used instantaneously, which is not correct most of the time. Instantaneously is with absolute zero delay. Instantly, the vast majority of the time, is the correct word. They just heard smart people say it on a podcast, and oh boy, that sounds better. It sounds like I'm smarter. Let's use that word instead. Because I know a lot of fucking dumb fucks that never say 3-syllable words that all of a sudden can say instantaneously. So now you're telling me you just know a 6-syllable word that you use all the time, but they're not using it correctly most of the time. So it's just a continuation of the same thing. But boy, oh boy, they learned a multi-syllabic word. Wow. And what's even worse is I really had nowhere to talk about it yesterday, because the game server I play in, they don't really do politics on there. I've quit talking to pretty much everybody. Anyway, my left shoulder really fucking hurts. So much so that I see I'm driving with my right hand a lot, which I usually don't. My right hand is usually behind the passenger seat. Ah, it hurts so bad. start telling people, like, I'm not going to be available on the weekends at all. Because I don't want to have another weekend fucked up. Because I go into a dark place in my head because I witnessed some fucking pussies executing somebody in the street. And they're so fucking lucky. The only crowds they have to deal with so far are just loud people yelling and banging on pans and blowing on whistles and using spray paint. Real fucking lucky. Because they've gone way the fuck too far. And everybody's pretty much singing the same refrain. We're not fucking mad enough. And apparently they're going to bring their bullshit to Phoenix. Like more than they already fucking have. Like luckily I haven't witnessed this shit in person. And I'm sure, I knowing what color of skin they go after, it's gonna start in fucking Glendale, and right around where I work. Whoops. And I don't want to know how the fuck I'm gonna react, because I'm one of those people that's trained in certain ways. Not like I'm not a military person. I'm actually not trained at all compared to a lot of those people. I shouldn't use that kind of phrasing. I just go into autopilot and things just go. Which is why I try to avoid a lot of situations. But that's helped me drag people out of the line of fucking cars coming by and shit. Because I just automatically do shit. And it helped me dodge a punch and punch some guy in his temple on Halloween. Some guy, like I don't know exactly who it is. Except unlike Ice, when he went down, I didn't punch and kick him and shit. I left. Because dude's got guns too, and I don't want to be there when he wakes up. Not into that kind of escalation on like Ice. I don't understand how people can defend that shit. Well, if he wasn't there, but they went to that neighborhood. Fucking crazy. Crazy. I was talking to my buddy this morning. I love him. His name is William. And I made a comment. I really didn't want to see firsthand. Like, I never really understood how it was possible Nazi Germany did what they did. But now that I see people here completely believing that the shit Trump and them are saying, it's like, this video, did you really not look at the video? How could you possibly see that video or the, I don't remember Good's first name. How can you see those videos and like not understand that shit was wrong? It just, I mean, I guarantee you they didn't. And I bet you they wouldn't. They wouldn't if you pulled it up in front of them. They wouldn't watch it. They'd be like, I already know what happened. Like, no, you don't. You're wrong. This is AI. Like, from 6 angles with that shitty ass quality. Not some of it was pretty good, but I mean, you could see everything clearly. But I mean, AI does a better job than that as far as camera stability and clarity. Like to the point where it'd be obviously fake. And then the Ice guys looked shocked that onlookers were mad. Like, why are you guys mad? What the fuck do you mean, why are you guys mad? You just executed this motherfucker in front of everybody. They tried to take the phone from they call her Pink Lady. Because she was wearing pink, that's all. But I'm assuming it uploaded to the cloud because she shared it pretty quick. Because you may take somebody's phone, but if there's internet service that's very fast, which a lot of us have really fucking fast internet service, that shit will get backed up real quick. Which is why I make goddamn sure my everything's running smoothly at home, because you may be able to approach my house, but you're not going to get in there without already being saved on the internet. You may break in and shut the power off and take the fucking the DVR thing, whatever it is, but it's already going to be on the internet, so eat my dick.